Hello, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed the Super Bowl. Congratulations to the LA Rams. But I know a lot of you weren't really watching for the game, right? It was for the commercials. So here it is. After seeing the Super Bowl, this is the top 5 Super Bowl commercials for 2022. At number 5 is the FTX commercial with Larry David. I think this was a good commercial because, as we all know, Larry David is just a very funny guy with Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm, and they just show different parts of history where there's feats and achievements that mankind has done, and Larry David always says in these different scenes, oh, that will never happen, but it does happen. And I think one of the funniest scenes is with the Declaration of Independence, and when he was talking about how, oh, we're going to let idiots vote, and then they were saying, oh, yes, we are, and then he's busy running after
The Declaration.
So it's to tie it in with FTX, which is cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency is a newer thing for our society. So it's the same point about like Larry David thinking, cryptocurrency, that's not going to work. That will never go anywhere. So a pretty decent commercial at number 5. At number 4 is the BMW commercial, and this one has Arnold Schwarzenegger as Zeus and Salma Hayek as Hera. I think this is a good commercial because it has to do with BMW's electric vehicles, and there's different scenes that you see with Zeus, who's retired now, and he lives in the United States, and you see him use different things with electricity, and he's just amazed when he sees this electric vehicle. So the whole thing with electric is a nice touch to point out with BMW of them having electric vehicles, and you even have it that when they're in the car, they're doing the song Electric Avenue. When it comes to number 3, that would have to be the Sopranos commercial for Chevrolet. I think this commercial as well because it's with the New Jersey scene and the Sopranos intro for the television show, and you have the theme song with Sopranos, and it's a car scene when it comes to the television show, so it makes sense because Chevrolet is a car company. And then you see the daughter, Jamie Lynn Sigler, she's in the car, and by seeing her, and then at the end, you see the son, it also kind of makes you think like, oh, that end scene when it comes to The Sopranos, that the 2 children survived. But Tony Soprano and the wife maybe didn't survive, but it was just the kid. So it kind of adds a little bit to The Sopranos history. Nice connection with the whole car company. As far as a commercial, and also they have the song with, got yourself a gun, but then she's busy using, the nozzle to, charge up the car. So that was a nice one for number 3. At number 2 is the Verizon commercial with cable guy Jim Carrey. I think this was a brilliant commercial. It really ties in with the advancements as far as when it comes to television and watching cable channels, and then there's internet, and then Jim Carrey's just amazed with Verizon and how it's wireless and you don't need cable wires, and he's asking all these different questions about the service and what it has, and the girl's trying to say, oh, I get all these different services. And it was also a nice touch at the end with the television. You do see a jousting scene, so it's a little nod to medieval times, which is a part of the movie. And Jim Carrey, it's like, it's 25 years later, but the way he plays the cable guy in 2022 is just as good as 1996. And as far as the number 1 commercial for the Super Bowl, it would have to be Coinbase. This commercial, I think, will go down as one of the great commercials of all time. It's a simple yet effective commercial. It's just the QR code bouncing around, and they leave it for just enough time that you're just wondering, what's this QR code on my screen? I have to pull out my phone, and I have to read the QR code, and then you do it, and then you see it's Coinbase. There's so many commercials where you're watching it, and there's no action by the person, the consumer, the buyer. And this is one of the few commercials, not just for Super Bowls, for any commercials, that made people actually do something, to go on their phone, bring up the website, and look to see what this is going on. And reportedly, Coinbase's website crashed because of this. And then right at the end, they let you know it's Coinbase. So a very genius commercial, and that's at the number 1 spot. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.